Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a look at GameStop. We saw this one on Friday remaining relatively neutral, up by 0.3%, not really even worth considering. However, this does actually add on to a very strong week that we've seen for the company, where the stock is up just under 10%. You've seen the past month here now obviously really starting to change the trend. If we look to where we were on the 14th all the way over to the 4th, we were actually seeing the stock red by 2%. But coming in again into the 5th, into the 6th, and obviously into the new week, taking us up to obviously where we are now, stock has gone up significantly. This is obviously off of the back of very good news, which we have covered in previous updates. I think there is a lot of strength going into this week. I'll be talking about all of that over the course of this video. As always, if it sounds good, please do make sure to leave a like, please make sure to subscribe, it does help me out a lot. At the same time, remember, I am not a financial advisor, and this is obviously not financial advice. Again, jumping straight in now, let's come over to the more technical charts where you can see things in a bit more detail. Now, obviously, one thing that stands out, after seeing such a pretty flat month for the majority of August into the month of September, we were able to finally break out of this range. We kept just bouncing off of the support range, roughly about 22.25. And obviously at the high end maybe touching on to $23. We now broke out of that and we've actually been able to see a lot of this growth maintain. Initially we hit levels all the way up at 25.30 before coming back down, finding an initial support, or a low I should say, at 23.95, and actual support range more like 24.25, which is absolutely great. Now, up to the upside, key things to note, we have broken through key levels such as 24.72, levels that we've had difficulty at previously. The new thing that we're looking for is to simply establish a support. Now the good news is, it does appear that there has been in the past, and this is over the last few days, a lot of strength at the range, roughly what we're going to call 24.87. Strength here and also back here. If we can establish this as a new support into the next week, then that is obviously going to be ideal. In my opinion, that would be the ultimate best case scenario. If that doesn't happen, and even if we were down to retrace to 24.25, that would not be that bad either, especially considering the growth that we have seen. However, the strength that we saw on Friday, not necessarily that big of a gain, that is true, but we're looking at a stock which has been pushed up, a lot in the past week or so. I would consider that to be a major win. Considering that, as I say, you're looking then for potential pushes to the upside, which could take us well in excess of 25.10. We've had difficulty at this point all the way through here and also back here too. So 25.10 into 25.30 or 40, pushing past those highs, are the levels that I'm watching to the upside. Do I think there is some potential to see that this week? Yes. However, what is going to be most crucial is, more than any upside, essentially establishing where the support range is going to be with this stock. We've seen a lot of upward momentum. That is great. It's just about seeing whether we can and will lock in those gains after such an intense week this week. So all of that to come in the next week. That's my opinions on it. That is some of the key levels that I'm paying attention to. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what you're looking out for with this stock too. So do make sure to drop me a comment down below. Thank you guys. I hope I'll see you again later. Goodbye for now.